What's up, YouTube? So, in this video, I'm going to be giving my predictions on the wild card round of the NFL 2019 playoffs. Me starting off with the AFC. So, let's just go ahead and get right into that. Right off the bat, you've got the Tennessee Titans versus the New England Patriots. It's actually kind of tough. See, these are going to be kind of tough. Obviously, because they're all solid teams. I actually really like, other than Philly, I think Philly is the only team that shouldn't be here. Neither should Dallas. It's just because of the stupid rules that are in place right now that they're there. Might get into that in another video, but yeah. But the Titans and Patriots, I would love to see the Titans win. Obviously, my team, the Miami Dolphins, obviously isn't in. So I'm kind of rooting for the Titans. I don't think they're going to get to the Super Bowl, like, at all. But I'm rooting for it because they got Tannehill and Cameron Wake, and I'd love to see them get some success. So outside of that, it's probably Seattle. I'm rooting for Tennessee and Seattle for the Super Bowl. I don't think that's going to happen, but it's what I want to happen. I'm actually going to go with Tennessee. I don't know if they're actually going to be able to beat New England, but I'm going to go ahead and do it. Actually, no. I am going to go with New England here. I really want Tennessee to beat them, but I don't know if they're going to be able to. I mean, New England's coming off a loss to the Miami Dolphins. They're probably going to be kind of hungry to rectify that. But Tennessee's defense could really be a problem for that offensive line, so that's going to be a fun matchup to watch. Buffalo versus the Texans. That's an interesting matchup right there. I'm going to go with the Texans, I think. I wouldn't be surprised either way, but I just think that the Bills are very inexperienced, and I think that that's going to kind of hinder them a little bit. But I wouldn't be surprised if Buffalo won that at all. Moving on to the NFC, the Vikings versus the Saints. It's actually another really, really good matchup. I'm going to go with the Saints. I just don't think the Vikings have enough offensively. I think Kirk Cousins is probably going to plateau a little bit. I just think the Saints are going to take that. I just think that's going to be a little bit too much. Seattle Eagles, Seattle. Seattle should murder the Eagles. The Eagles' corners are terrible. Russell Wilson should have a pretty good day picking them apart. As far as running the ball, that might not be so successful because their front seven's not bad. So Marshawn Lynch might have kind of a hard time. But I do think that Russell Wilson could probably shred the Eagles. And they should. The Eagles shouldn't even be here. But, yeah. I guess I can get into that, too. And also, you guys should know, but the first round buys are Baltimore, KC, San Fran, and Green Bay. But I don't really like the playoff system that we currently have. I don't like the rule that if you win the division, you make the playoffs automatically. I think that's stupid. I really, really do. And that you're above the other teams. Like, Philly shouldn't even be in the playoffs. Matter of fact, NFC standings. NFL standings. No, thank you. Conference. Okay. NFC. Let's see. So, all intents and purposes, the Rams are tied with Philly. So, it's kind of okay that Philly is in. I still think the Rams should be in over them, but I just really hate this rule because if you look at this, Philly is way worse than Seattle. Seattle's sitting at 11-5 versus 9-7. If Philly is in the playoffs, they should be going to Seattle, but because of this stupid rule, I mean, this reminds me of 2011 Broncos, the Tim Tebow Broncos, 8-8. See that? They were 8-8. And when it came to the playoffs, that game that people love to quote when they're trying to support Tebow, that this isn't a rant about what I think about Tebow, but people are talking about how that was the one game that he really shredded the Steelers defense, and it's kind of true. He passed very well against them, but that game. My point is that game should not have been in Denver. The Broncos were 8-8. The Steelers were 12-4 that year. Like, why? That rule is retarded. It should be about record, and a record alone. I think division wins should be more of a tiebreaker than anything else. And the worst thing about that Pittsburgh situation is because they went to Denver, their star safety, Ryan Clark, couldn't play because he had some sort of blood disorder that made it where he couldn't play in high altitude, so he can't play in Denver. So, yeah, that's just a stupid rule. I figured I'd give my thoughts on that real quick. So, yeah. Anyway, I think that's going to be it for this video. If you liked it, I'd appreciate hitting that like button. If you have any questions or comments, leave them in the comments down below. Subscribe if you haven't already. And I'll see you next time. Bye, guys.